o'clock on a Wednesday, and that means it's time for a little Sprig Anarchy. If you haven't joined us before, welcome, and if you're coming back, it's nice to see you again. We're going to be playing a little more Mushroom Musume this evening. I am just addicted to this game. We really have been seeing some new prompts that we have not seen before in the last couple. We got to be a professional friggin' wrestler last time, let me tell you. A surprise that I was so happy for. So yeah, I also think that there's more we can get out of the Dream Lady. There's no way we've had all those conversations. And what else? If we ever get the fairy tale house again, I'd like to give that another try. But other than that, I think that's the only repeats that I'm really trying to do. Because we've beaten one of the big mushrooms. We did the wrestler thing. We've done the dinner party. We've done the school. We've done the tooth fairy, which is disgusting. Yeah. I really think that unless we get the magical house in the forest again, that we really ought to try and do new things. Now, obviously, I have trouble remembering. Perhaps I should have been taking some notes, but we clearly have been getting new colors and wax cylinders and types of mushrooms. I think we're doing pretty good, is what I'm telling you. Alright, I hope you have some water, which I have, and I also have coffee, because you know it's a Wednesday. I was going to stream, so of course my brain decided I need to be up since 3 o'clock in the morning. But I feel good today. My skull feels a little too tight for my brain, but that's just because I've been awake for a really long time. I feel decent. Alright, let's see here. Hades, Ro, Dong, Drapsnet, and Regress, nice to see you as always. We'll give it another minute for any stragglers. I really hope your week's going well. Let's see, you've got your water. I hope you have your stuffy of choice. As always, I'm joined by Reynard the Fox. If you're ever wondering what Reynard the Fox looks like, the FAO Schwartz fox you can get from Target. That is what Reynard is, and he's very cute and soft. And they have many other animals, and it's hard for me not to be like, I'm going to get all of them, because they're just that friggin' soft. Alright, let's see, what else? Other housekeeping. So I watched last week's observation duty test stream. I really appreciate y'all bearing with me. I really wish y'all would have let me know how laggy it was, because everything looked fine from my end, which makes me think it's my internet connection. I did replace my cord, so hopefully this will help with my uprate, but you know, time will tell. Anything else? Not really. I guess if you're new, feel free to follow me on Twitter and YouTube and here on Twitch, all at Commie Spriggan, COMMIESPRIGGAN. It's the same on everything. Alright, we have our core group here. I really think that we're ready to come over here. There's the desktop audio. Perfect. The timing was great. Alright, I can see chat. So let me know if I need to change anything. Let's start a new daughter. We're gonna skip to the decisions. Alright. So the first decision is the heirloom. We've done the weathered tome. Ooh, we've never gotten that one. We're probably going to take this. A hair bow from your previous daughter, blackened with age. And your most used cast iron skillet. We've used that before. This is a brand new choice that we've never gotten, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my authority. It was a dark little thing that the recluse had kept as a painful reminder for many years. Though it hurt to look at, it felt fitting. They would not repeat the same mistakes this time, they thought. Ooh, that's a new trait. Lost sibling. Bringing their prize back to the witch, she simply gave a smile. How perfect. After their brief detour to meet with the witch, the recluse resumed their normal day-to-day schedule. Alright, we're moving up on the second choice. This color scheme, by the way, I would like to know what color scheme this is. Oh, okay, it's gonna be one of the... I don't think it's sapphic. I don't know. But it's gorgeous is the answer. The fairy blooded one is so pretty. Maybe we have ghoulish. I bet that's what this is. Okay. I was just curious because it's friggin' gorgeous. Alright, second day. What's our next decision? Is a chore. Okay, we've done the chore one before. Restocked a selection of unsettling components. I'm pretty sure we've done that. Neutralize our most dangerously volatile reagents, which I don't think we've done before. I don't recognize it. And prepare the witch a comforting meal, which I think we have done. And we did not choose the, I feel like the game volume is so low. Hang on. Alright, I guess if it suddenly kicks in really loud, we can turn it down. But there's just a beautiful score in this game, so I really think that it wouldn't be cool to not let it be audible. I also don't want it to be overpowering. Okay, let me know how the levels are. We're gonna neutralize our most dangerously volatile reagents, because we've never gotten that before. What is life without a little excitement, the recluse thought, and what was more exciting than working with something that could likely harm you? Thankfully, they made a quick work of the strange items. They even managed to escape with all limbs intact. Arriving back to their meeting point, the recluse was excited to report their progress to the witch. Ah, very good, how kind of you. After quickly wiping themselves down, the recluse returned to their hut for the remainder of the night. Going well, some new choices that we've never seen before. I'm liking that. Third day. What is our next thing? Is the color. Okay. So we know we need both more flower and stone colors. Let's try to get a new stone. What stone colors do we already have? We've got brown, white, carnelian, and turquoise. So we've already got carnelian. We've already got white. Yellow, I think, is the only one that we've never done. I don't think we said yellow, so yellow it is. It's interesting because they all have, so I think the borders on the cards mean something. And sometimes it indicates like, oh, this is the option that's going to spend your stamina. This is the option that's going to spend wealth or spend food. I don't understand all the stat symbols, but I think you're not supposed to. We've picked some things with some matching borders and things that we've never seen before. So, sip of coffee, sip of water, everybody hydrate. I think that this is a new thing. So yeah, for some reason the recluse seemed intrigued by the lump of sulfur in the water. Some claim there to be magical properties in the rock, but as they brought it back to the witch, they just felt it looked neat. Fair? Yeah, we did. The recluse returned to the witch's hut, colored item in hand. She silently took the object, nodding her head to the recluse in recognition. The recluse stood there for a moment unsure before the witch realized what they expected. Okay, now we're gonna get the pot and we're gonna name her. Oh, how do we pay? Man, we said we were gonna do something else. I'd say let's stick with the way I choose because occasionally we get different prompts. It's not always hunt down one of your siblings. So, I feel like that leaves a door open. The recluse told the witch they couldn't repay her, not anytime soon. That is fine. Of course, I will collect payment eventually. With the payment settled, the witch simply smiled and handed the recluse a small pot. Okay, right. So, this daughter is Isra. Then she walked away, only fate knowing if the two should ever meet again. Alright, Isra, our daughter. We're cultivating her. So, what is our first decision? Our first decision is what to do with the fairy. Fairy garden. Do we want to spend nutrients or gold to make friends with the fairy? I'm a fan of doing the fairy garden, but we could always use a coin, and we don't really spend the money very often. So maybe we should go ahead and use the coin. What do y'all think? Coin or fairy garden to attract the fairy's favor. Lonely E-Girl, nice to see you. Fox T, I don't know if you've joined us before, I can't really remember, but if you have, welcome back, and if not, it's nice to meet you. What do y'all think? I'm really leaning towards the coin. I know I usually do the fairy garden, but the more I think about it, we don't really use money on these runs. So there's not really a reason to hoard the coins. I'm gonna do a rip, and then if you guys don't have any objections by then, we're gonna do the coin. Excellent. Okay. Coin it is. Here we go. The fairy can barely lift the coin, but seems grateful as they sprinkle a small pile of fairy dust for you to collect. Excuse me. You're unsure how to use it, but feel personally better for having it all the same. The decision being made, life continued. So we just got an item. One evening you discover many footprints. This is the Kappa. We're indebted to the witch. You carry a reminder of a sister you've never met. We have never gotten that before. We're also starting with 4 hearts of affection instead of 3, which I think is probably because of the lost sibling thing. So the Kappas. We can spend money, or stamina. And either way, deal with the issue decisively, I think, involves rolls, because you fight them all. Hunt one of them, I think, is an easier roll, and you just, like, set up a shell or something and they don't come back. There is keeping your daughter inside at night, which is free. And then stand guard until they stop, which I believe is effective. I'm kind of saying hunt one of them to conserve a little stamina. Do we have any objections? Aaliyah, thanks for coming on back to the stream. I think we're gonna hunt one of them, y'all. What do you think? Are we good with this? I think we need to tell him to stay the hell away from her. Get a job. Stay away from her. That's our answer. The things may be dangerous to children, but a healthy adult can easily catch and kill one. That will certainly send a message. Grabbing your bow and hatchet. Jesus, you're gonna fire hatchets at them with your bow. You charge off into the woods. You find they are deceptively quick for turtle men, but panic easily. You single one out and dispatch a slippery green thing as it stumbles through an unfamiliar bramble. Frantic rustling and dismayed hollering can be heard from the trees as you drag it home. A massive, brightly colored shell adorns the post by your cabin now, and the creature provides you and your daughter both a hearty meal. We did get nutrients from that. Decision being made, life continued. Oh, she's growing. We only made 2 choices. Oh, she looks like an egg. I wonder if we're about to get a repeat. One day you find your daughter has left her paw and now hops around your home. I don't know if we know this one. Hopping. Creature jumps about with ease, with clear intent now visible on her new face. Her demeanor seems active and brazen, often finding herself engaged in troublesome play. Maybe we have. Encourage her boldness, probably. Spend time nurturing her environment, motivate her to do some things safer. I think I'm going to encourage her boldness, to be honest. Yeah. Because it says she's underdeveloped and bland. Your daughter's development is going better than expected, and you want to promote her adventurous nature. You set out furniture and boxes around the home and nearby clearing, giving her more opportunity to push her mobility to its limits. She takes to her new independence easily and often worries you when she wanders too far off. The decision being made, life continued. One evening, you hear a light knocking at your door. Quite a rare occurrence. Oh, is it the witch? Yeah, we're gonna invite her in, introduce her. Yeah, give them a bond. Perhaps it was time for your daughter to meet the witch. She could maybe even learn a thing or two. The 2 of you answer the door and invite the gloomy woman inside for dry and awkward small talk. Something about the way the 2 absently stare at each other. You wonder if they've made some sort of connection today. The decision being made, life continued. A flock of hungry birds have been harassing both your crops and your daughter recently. In fact, they've become quite the nuisance. Please let me get friend of bird right now. Fetch your bow and hunt them, poison them, ignore them. Ugh. Fine. You retrieve your bow. Oh, at least we're going to get more food. That is down to 5. You retrieve your bow and are lucky to leave with not 1, but 2 birds from the flock. They shouldn't show up again for a while. You and your daughter may rest. Nothing more could be done to the birds. The matter was laid to rest. And now she's growing again. Your daughter has changed in the night. A yellow mushroom. Still says underdeveloped and bland, but excellent environment. The affection is a little low. We did get the mystic bomb with the witch. I actually would like to use our new color palette. Even though yellow sounds like it might be really unpleasant. Ooh. Oh, it's not that bad. One morning you notice that your daughter is nowhere to be seen. After an hour of searching the nearby area, you find her standing perfectly still in a dense stand of trees. She's out there being weird. To your surprise, the creature had now taken the form of a young girl. You feel relieved to confirm that the witch hadn't betrayed you. At your approach, she turns and acknowledges you. Right? She says she acknowledges you silently before continuing to carefully watch her surroundings. Watch her quietly, buy her a gift, tell her it's time to go home. I feel like you get an affection bonus, both for spending the money and for, I feel like, but just watching her isn't what does it. It's playing with her, and I don't want to screw it up. Let's, just to sure we don't screw this up because I feel like we've been having a really great run. We've made some unique decisions. You do wonder why your daughter is such a silent intensity, but decide not to disturb her. Taking a seat near her, you appreciate the beauty of the forest and spend time thinking lovingly of your daughter. After several uneasy minutes, she simply turns and walks in the direction of home, seemingly finished with her quiet watching. That did give me another affection. Carefree and brave. That's what we needed to do. Okay. We're good. We're good. Decision being made, life continued. It turned out to be an unnecessary save, and that's fine, because we're cautious. Oh no, this is the guy. We're gonna have to kill this guy in front of our kid. Mm-hmm. This is your buddy with a scar on his cheek that you used to do crime with, and he wants you to do some crime. Beg the man to leave you alone. Give the man a significant sum of money to go away. I could do that. Agree to do business. Kill the man. Let's see if we can pay him. We've never tried to do that, but I feel like it means he'll come back. You've known this man long enough to understand what he truly desires, money. Perhaps if you offered him some, he would agree to leave you alone. When you explain this line of thought out loud, his eyes sparkle. You've always known me so well. You quickly gather an amount of gold you hope will satisfy him in a pouch, then place the pouch in his hand. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. As he leaves, you tell him to never return. The day has gotten away from you already. The sun's gentle descent is being swallowed behind the forest's reach. You weren't able to finish everything you set out for today, but you only have time for one more chore. Already worked hard enough, retire to the tavern. We're not going to get drunk. Purchase new construction materials for your hut. Says that my environment is excellent in quality. Barter for fine substrates. Finish a favor the village's leader asked of you. Prepare lunch for the village's schoolhouse in exchange for discarded books. Ooh, okay, so this is, we didn't take the old tome earlier. This is basically a redo to teach this kid to read. This is a great idea. This is going to be nurturing, and she's already brave and free. She can also be literate. You would explain your situation to the schoolmarm, and she felt a certain sympathy for the child, regardless of her origin. She explained that the students performed better when fed, and that they had an occasional excess of damaged books, a simple trade. Sandwiches are a matter of ease. You prepare a dozen and drop them off at the schoolhouse, and in return you receive the books. With them, you'll give your daughter the gift of literacy, that she might have equal footing in this world. So we don't have literacy yet. Personable and carefree. It said brave before. Our affection's super high. We did get the literacy, okay. Your task behind you, you and your daughter return home, each do a nice bath and a simple dinner. An end? One night you find yourself struggling to sleep. Oh, okay, this is where we break off from the recluse as Isra herself. And a new beginning. Telling the recluse that you wanted to see more of the world. Okay, the recluse helps build you a house. It's close enough by that y'all feel comfortable. And we got the loving parent perk because we make good decisions as the recluse. So our first event as Isra is the thief, which if we're nice to him, he teaches us things that we've never used that skill. So we've never found out what the rest of that is. So we're going to take it. With a sigh, you help the man to a more comfortable seating situation. It appears that he may have injured his leg somehow in a fall. After a short while, he seems more comfortable moving around. Thank you kindly for the help, ma'am. He seems appreciative and shockingly charismatic. He gives you a sly grin and a wave before leaving you to your own business. Oh, I didn't even check our stats. So we got 20 dampness, 34 mycelium, 25 robustness, 50 potency, and 64 humanity. What kind of mushroom are we? We're a yellow moral. I believe that is a new kind. Also, we did not get the fairy, and we're shy. As an expert at avoidance, you can always successfully hide from others. That's why we're not super damp or robust. We have some nopes and a wealth, but we have no tokens past wealth, so we are a bookworm. And we have a mystic. We have so many family things. We've never gotten this. You carry a reminder of a sister you've never met. Develop some rapport with your creator, the Witch of the Woods. The recluse will always live in your heart, and for the time being, next door. This looks different. I wonder if it updated and I did not notice. Okay, so we've made friends with this thief. As you go to the local bakery, you feel a set of eyes staring at you. You turn your neck. Okay, so we're gonna save because I don't think we've ever just run away home. And I want to see what it does. Ooh. Easy breezy. This is definitely updated, y'all. I think there's no way it hasn't. I mean, we knew the update was coming. I just didn't think the way that I have this game, because I downloaded it before I had the itch app on my computer, that it wasn't going to update on its own. Anyway, fearing for your life, you run faster than you've ever have before. You can't rest until you're in your home with the door locked behind you. Huh. I lost robustness? No, I gained robustness for running. That's weird. While walking down a heavily wooded path, you notice a disheveled woman. Ooh, okay, so the last time we found the poisoned woman, who she's poisoned because she thought the Witch of the Woods was hot, and she went up to her, and the Witch of the Wood kissed her, and now she's poisoned and cursed. Because she didn't know the hot lady was the Witch of the Woods. So previously we've counseled her to seek romance. I want to see if we can... Oh, we're not a healing mushroom this time. We have been, but we're not now. And I think if you're a healing mushroom is all that it lets you try to cure her with your own kiss. But we're going to find out. So she's got some shit wrong with her. And she followed the lady, the Witch of the Woods, kissed her, and now she's fucked up. Asked her to give the curse to you with a kiss, decline to interfere with the witch's business, decided to pursue romance with the witch. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be a rolling thing. Because we tried this before and we failed. You consider the woman carefully before demurely suggesting she try cursing you in turn. As she processes the suggestion, her cheeks redden with realization. You'd really do that for me? The woman's particular weakness that landed her in this situation is apparent as she averts her gaze. Admittedly, your primary interest is in the kiss. You can consider this a sort of bargain of your own. You not. Oh my god, a 1. Oh. We can do this. Two of you share an impassive kiss, merely touching lips together for a moment. You close your eyes and concentrate on that intangible ailment inside of her, the curse. A fuzzy and indistinct object, a tiny black moth caught between two panes of discolored glass. With concerted effort, you can just barely grasp it. And as you part, it comes away with you. You open your eyes to see the lady wearing a shocked expression, the stain gone from her lips. It really worked, she can't help but shout in joy. I cannot begin to thank you enough. I guess we don't need to be a healing mushroom. Because we're immoral, we're a cooking mushroom. You tenderly touch your lips. You can't see it, but her reaction tells you that you now bear the mark of her curse. Something uneasy squirms in your gut. The formerly doomed woman thanks you profusely and offers the rest of her savings as compensation, a small pouch of coins. Oh. Now free of her curse and eager to have some renewed control in her life, she leaves the woods. You can only hope you fare better than she did with your new burden. Alright. We're now doomed. Life rarely works out in your favor, so we're gonna probably get shitty rolls, but we've been doing the thing, so. Alright, I gotta take a bio break, which is funny because I went right before I started the stream, but I will be right back. Give me just a second. Alright, kittens. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Oh, Ava, Darla, thank you for joining us. We are a yellow moral this time. Look how pretty our mushroom girl is, Isra. Adorable. She's shy and doomed. But we're gaining both dampness and robustness. We've gotten more humanity. Potency and mycelium have stayed the same, but I'm kind of I mean, like, mycelium could be higher, but I'm very happy with my potency. Okay. We're making decisions that we have not previously made. I'm feeling so good about this run. Alright, you feel a crisp breeze. The heat is relenting. Trees are changing in color. Fall has arrived. Walking through the forest one day, you think to take a path yet untraveled. Ooh, this is new. The road. Oh my god. I think this is the fantasy house. I have to remember all the things that we did to do something different because there's a ritual. I'm gonna have to save Scum so much to make sure, because I've done the house and I've gotten at least one of the endings. I think I got 2 by mistake because I didn't understand that you don't need to load after you beat the game. You just need to hit restart. It was very early in my playing this game. So, okay, we can do this. We are going to, this time, if this is in fact the fairy tale breaking the curse of the witch, we're going to actually do that. And I believe one of the things was whatever path I took last time, we need to do the other. And I think last time I did the river, and we need to do like a path. But let's find out if this is what it is in the first place. So, The road you follow is old, time-worn rivulets and fresh dung pock the path as underbrush chokes it from either side. Regardless, the smell of adventure hangs in the air, and it smells wonderful. The wind carries a fragrance clear into your heart, and it stirs it with an intense curiosity. Before long, you find another, even tighter path branching off from where you're walking, and soon you break out into a glade. The area is smaller than a hut, but in the center of its intimate bow stands a statue long since forgotten. Oh no, this is not, this is the statue. If we examine the glade, we'll probably... That's so weird. Well, I want to know what that's gonna do. It has the Doomrite on it. Oh. Huh. Yeah, let's figure out what the hell this is. Well, the opening is small. There's enough room to wander around. Trees on all sides. Is this gonna make the... Forever doomed. You pluck the herb, but it falls apart in your hand. It does, however, leave a lingering sweetness in your hand. How humans love this kind of smell, you think, before turning your attention back to the glade at large. Statues of a child. Right. It's like a child and a parent that are buried by the surviving parent, and it's a decent little poem. It's a eulogy. We've read it many times. One of three, so are we until we meet again. Yeah, the goddamn robot statue thing didn't show up. Okay, so what we're gonna do for now, we're gonna make, this is the save where we made the decisions. Let's, see what it's like to roll this without Doom. Okay. Inches are heavy, the primary source of the fragrance. Save again. I wonder why we were allowed to choose whether or not we're doomed for that roll. That's weird. Let's see if this makes that goddamn robot statue show up. Come on. Can we get the hell out of here without the thing showing up? Okay, we're good. So yeah. I don't know why we had the ability to choose Doom. That kind of makes me want to load the other file and check the Doom stat on it to see what happens. So let's save on this one. And then we're going to load this. I don't see anything. Nothing suggesting that we benefited from using Doom on that roll. So we'll go back to this one in which we own some rosemary. I don't know what happened to the fairy dust the recluse got when we were a kid. We should have built the fairy garden so we'd have that fairy with us, but whatever. I feel like we've gotten and fulfilled a bunch of the events that have to do with the Fae, so I'm not terribly worried about it. I was blown away, what was that, week before last, when like we killed the fairy and fed it to our kid, and then like the world turned technicolor. It was a whole thing. Okay, so this is the going up to the mountains. We want to pack light, but we want to get a good roll on it. at you. There's a doom roll for that. Don't pack. In fact, just don't go. I know that packing light gets you really good. You know what? I've never had pack heavy give me a positive result, and I don't know if it's possible. Look at that. Does it know that we did that? That card's automatically doomed. Please. Okay, I've never passed with pack heavy, so I'm kind of glad we did that. You stuff your pack with anything you could think of, save the kitchen sink. Despite its bulging compartments, your pack does not burden you. With your pack all set, you make your way out to the mountain. Oh my god, I cannot believe that I got a positive result on pack heavy. Let's just make sure we preserve this for posterity. After a couple of hours of climbing, you feel like you've made some decent progress, though you're starting to get a bit tired. This is the waterfall. So, I want to know if I can get a positive result from standing under the waterfall, because we've gotten a positive result from the shower, right? But not from training endurance. So let's give it a shot, rock and roll. Please, 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 please. Let me get what I want. Please, 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 let me get what I want. Lord knows it would fucking rock. You've often heard that waterfalls are powerful. You could use some of that for yourself. After a quick look around to ensure you're alone, you make your way to the waterfall. You know one thing for sure, it's wet. It is also powerful, you suppose. The raging waters around you are rough on your body and mind, but in a way that makes you feel more alive. My robustness went up, that's excellent. Exhausted and fulfilled, you decide to return home before you pass out. Okay, this is where we can get some shit. Inspect the facility. Use the facility. We've never taken a shit. Let's find out what happens if you take a shit instead of getting some shit. You heavily consider using the facilities. It is until you lift the lid and come face to face with the web to dwarf all webs, complete with its prime resident, a fat and threatening looking spider eyeing you down from below. Taking the hit. Okay. The would-be butt muncher? So the proper answer is to, in fact, get the shit. We're not rereading it, that you dig in there and get some shit and keep it in a burlap sack in your book bag. Because you do. A bag of nutrients is how you refer to that. Over the past few days, you've developed a growing sense of unease, and one particularly gloomy evening, the feeling intensifies. You are in the dying days of autumn, and a chill air bites at your skin. As you look out into the nearby woods, you can feel a strange calling, an invisible force pulling you towards something. It seems you are being summoned. Okay, it's time to go talk to the Witch of the Woods. So she wants us to make good on our parents' debt. Ask her for reprieve, it's not your debt. Take care of a dangerous and unsavory manner. So we've already done this, and it gave us, but we've beaten that. So are we going to get it again? And also, we've gotten this before. I've never failed that roll, ever. That could be interesting, pissing her off. So let me, again, we're going to make 2 saves, just in case one turns out to be something that we need to, like, double check. Let's first of all doom this roll. I want to know what happens if you fail. You plead with the witch, telling her it isn't fair to make you pay for someone else. She considers you coldly, clearly unmoved, but after several moments relents. I accept, she says finally. There are always other ways to collect. The spell binding you to this place subsides, and you feel that you are free to go. What? Not wanting to dwell on her unsettling smile, you turn and quickly take your leave. Sometime later, hoping to learn more about this debt, you return to the home you were raised in. Oh. You would have assumed that your parent fled to avoid paying their debt, if not for the large, shapeless mass of mold that sat in their favorite chair. Truly, the witch always finds a way to collect. We lost our parent. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. This is our bottom right. Piss off the witch and fail that roll run. We're gonna run this through to the end, and then we're gonna reload and do a different decision. Oh, wow. I did not expect that. On one particularly desolate evening, you decided to take a walk. Uneasy feeling. Is it the statue robot? Oh, not again. Turn tail and run. Attack. Tell her you're not. Ugh, I hate this fucking robot. See if she believes this. Let's see if we can get her to just believe that we're not who we are. Okay, well that makes her mad. How will running work? Running, we're at a low goddamn. Okay. Running lowered our humanity, raised our potency, raised our mycelium, and our dampness. Maybe the waterfall did some of that. On your way to gather firewood, you find that your world is suddenly turned upside down. Okay, this is the thief paying us back. He's gonna teach us how to pick locks. Okay. While wandering the woods near your home, you suddenly hear something rustling in the foliage ahead of you. Is it the boar? I think we get something if we die to the boar. Has an unusual familial situation. Learns a new profession. Finds a job. Goes to sleep. Ashes to ashes. Forced to seek distant lands. Has no choice. Goes for a swim. Encounters an obstacle while climbing. Meets a knight. Victim to a certain magic. Sees the boundary between two worlds. Helps a puppy. Becomes well acquainted with a violet coral girl. Another mushroom. Your daughter becomes well acquainted with a hog. I think that is... no choice but to be patient. Finds a hole that was made for her. Finds gainful employment in the dental sector. Oh, we can get an ending where we work with the... So if we can stay alive, we can do something long term with the tooth fairy people. Pulls at some heartstrings. The close encounter of the we can meet an alien, apparently. Slain by a survivor. Slays a survivor to great fanfare. Recluse has a big night out. Daughter has nothing to look forward to. When your daughter is dusty. In which your daughter embarks on a terribly doomed date. In which your daughter takes a surprisingly productive nap. Finds comfort. Becomes well acquainted with a hog. I think we're gonna try to die to this pig, y'all. You're sure you came prepared for this. Run for your life. Preoccupy him with a sample. Pig right, face it head on. Yeah, this is how we do it. What if well acquainted doesn't mean kill it? Or die to it? We're gonna find out. We're gonna die to it first. Okay. Managed to limp home. Wait, what? Man. Well, whatever. We lost a little robustness, but we are going to get the other thief event, which I don't think that I've gotten before. Over time, you found yourself practicing your lockpicking more and more. Eventually, the thief took notice. He complimented you on your improvement and vocally wondered if you had ever considered a life of thievery. You vocally wondered back what it would mean if you had. What a stupid conversation we're having, isn't it? Why don't we simply agree that you aren't bound to the laws of humankind anyways? I mean, he's got a point. Now let's go rob some rich fools, shall we? You, of course, happily agreed. In time, you practiced your talents often enough that the gap between your skills and his grew ever narrower. It was understood that he had his skills and you had yours, and it was also understood that the two of you worked best as a team. You were glad that you were able to find happiness, even if it was in an unconventional way. Ending, the thief's partner in crime. You have become the thief's peer. That's an achievement, but I don't think it's an ending. Because the achievements are not tracked. Oh, yes, that is an ending. Okay. It's the first fairy realm one. I wonder if you can marry a fairy. Okay, so we're gonna load. Becomes well acquainted with a hog. We're gonna have so many Isras in the almanac. Doom this roll. What does that get me? For a single thing that could help. Hard skull into the gut. So he spits your foot out at your feet. Oh, it ripped my foot off. All back to your home and rest till your foot regenerates. Okay, that wasn't it. Wait, do we get something for being injured and missing a foot? It doesn't look like it. I cannot believe that we killed our fucking parent. We've got that save. We're gonna... This whole stream is just gonna be me doing Easter shit. It's okay. We've got run for our life. What happens if we fail this? I just want to know if the pig can kill me. Try to turn and flee, but almost immediately get tripped by an exposed tree root. Oh! It didn't hurt us, but we didn't make friends. Well acquainted with a hawk. Place a head on. Preoccupy him with a sample. Let's try it. Choose a little bit of stuff in your wallet. Perhaps you are a little more toxic than anticipated. You dragged the pig home for a nice ham dinner. Culinary liar. Assertive yellow. False moral. You happen to look just like... Oh, we don't get the pig thing. A false moral might technically be a different kind of... Ugh, okay. Let me see if a moral and a false moral... Or I guess this is Mushipedia that we need. Okay. False moral. We only have a moral... We only have a false moral? Where is the regular moral? Chanterelle Tuft. Okay, well I guess we're gonna... Isn't there a little brown mushroom? No, that's a little brown mushroom. There's the potato. Okay. Well, let's make a different decision. Damn, we can't get this pig though. Sure he came prepared. Doom with a sample. I don't understand. How is that? A doom response. Alright, this is the last roll that I'll have to do. Alright. We can't get anything more out of the pig, somehow. We just don't have the right things. What is the dangerous task? Is it not? No. We've already done that. We need new things. Shit. Damn. Fight the witch. That seems like a terrible idea. Okay. Please. Okay. Yeah, we just want to be able to continue. So we convince her. And she makes a financial thing with the recluse. So we're not indebted and we still have both parents. Something large lying on the path some distance away while walking along the road to town. Approaching, you find a human on the ground, groaning in pain. We've never got this. You don't really get it, but some part of them is broken. They look up at you uncertain but pleading. Play with them. Try to mend their injury. Help them back to town. Let's try to fix them first. Ooh. You carefully recall the steps necessary for treating an injured person. After discerning the source of the injury, you fashion a simple poultice and stint. The human is overjoyed with your assistance and tells you they feel much better. Filled with pride. Our humanity is very high. Filled with pride, you wave cheerfully and leave the human to rest. Oops, well, did I skip one by mistake? Okay. This is us getting the lock picking. Yeah, we want the lock picking. Ooh, do we want the lock picking? We don't, because we don't want the same ending. Damn, are we gonna have to re-roll that? Please still roll success. I knew I should have saved. Oh, we got the same roll. Interesting. Okay, we're actually not gonna take it this time. We helped him, but we're not gonna join his life of crime. I know that's an unusual choice for me. But we need a different ending. We already got Thief's Apprentice, or Thief's Peer, or whatever. You explain to the man that you are not interested in what he has to offer, and besides, isn't it a little gauche to trap you, then offer to teach you how to trap others? Very well, I certainly understand that my bohemian lifestyle is not suited to all. Oh, and he's taking it well. I'm good, because I didn't like her being rude. Here, take this token instead. If you ever find yourself in a tough spot and in need of some kindness from a criminal, perhaps it will come in useful. Okay. Perhaps. Blah, blah, blah. After handing you a small engraved metal disc and giving you a polite wave, he retreats back into the depths of the woods. Eventually, our humanity is like fucking 94. Our mycelium's super high now, too. Eventually, you successfully retrieve your firewood and head home. Thief's favor. It still says we're a real moral, so I wonder. I'm sure it's morale. And someone's screaming at me, but a thief owes you, and certainly someone will respect that. And then we still have both parents, and we've got a lost sibling. Oh my god. We're gonna have to do the boar again anyway. Well, at least we know what all the endings do. Preoccupy him with a sample. Are you sure you came prepared for this? Interesting. I just saved. I just wonder what passing this would look like. A natural 10. You remember the knife tied to your hip and whisper a small thank you to your caretaker who taught you to never leave home without one. Without hesitation, the pig begins barreling in your direction. As it is about to gore you, you veer to the side and brandish your knife. You just barely manage to clip the boar's side, your efforts resulting in only a narrow victory. It turns to attempt a second attack and is met with another cut from your knife, this time taking off part of its ear. Poor thing. I mean, it is attacking us. Finally, it seems to no longer find the fight worth it, and it flees back into the woods. You wonder what the boar will do now, and you find yourself thinking of that clipped ear. Perhaps the two of you shall meet again someday. Okay, we're gonna get this fucking pig ending. For now, you head home victorious. What? Oh. Ignore? What? Why is it giving us the... No. So I just didn't get the pig event early enough in my life? It says I'm a regular morel. So is there a regular morel in my fucking collection? I'm not seeing it. Okay. I don't understand. We just have to get the pig event really early in a mushroom's life, I think is what our problem is. Okay. Well, that was certainly an interesting set of experiments. We're definitely getting a lot better at making more chaotic choices, which I know is really hard for me because basically I just try to make the best decision possible. I make decisions as if I was making them in real life, which is not good when you're trying to... You saw how many friggin' endings there are. Dozens. So, I gotta make decisions. We did, we got a new ending. The Thief's Pier. I really wish we could have gotten that pig ending. I thought that would have been a nice little period at the end of the stream, but it's okay. We'll get them next time. Alright. Thank you for joining me. I'm sorry that my voice has been a little in and out. I always sound like this now, unfortunately. I hope that you enjoyed some more Mushroom Musume, and I will try something else so that we can keep alternating. But if not, this is always waiting for us, which makes me happy. feel free to follow me here on Twitch or on Twitter or YouTube or all three or some combination thereof, whatever you like. All of them are at Commie Spriggan, COMMIE SPRIGGAN. And if you enjoyed the stream, feel free to tip me for the stream. On my Ko-fi, that's ko-fi/SPRIGGAN. Just Spriggan, no commie, just my name. No pressure. Things have kind of leveled out right now, more or less. Um, so, but I adore, I've gotten my first thank you for introducing me to a new game, which was about Musume, a message on Twitter, and my first like little fan doodle, which is also mushroom from this game. So I just really like how we're enjoying this together. Let's see. Oh, but the point being, if you want to see me play something specific, obviously I'm having a horsepower issue right now, but once that is taken care of, like, the better chord, I really hope made a difference. And then I have inherited a PS4. I'm fairly confident I know how to stream from it, but I do need to do a quality test, and also, you know, I've spent time setting up this stream layout, and I'm sure if I got a capture card, but then I need a second screen, so do I stream directly from the PS4? It's a whole thing. I'm trying to learn as I go and make some decisions. But hopefully, you know, that will help with the horsepower issue. Um, okay. Yeah, we did about an hour, and we definitely learned some things about what to do. Thanks for hanging out with me, Aaliyah, Ava, Lonely E-Girl, Hades, Mew, Donk, Drapsnap, Foxy, Mark Zink, and Regress. I appreciate your company as always. Again, thank you for bearing with me last week with the observation duty stream. Like, don't ever worry about shouting out in chat if the levels are off or if the stream is lagging. You're not gonna offend me. I would love to know. Feel like you just have changed the game. Oh, that's my cue. Alright, darlings. I adore you dearly. Do something nice for someone else this weekend without expecting anything in return, and expect respect from people who say they love you. Be good to each other, and have a good week.